A grim picture of everyday life emerges at an apartment where an innocent bystander is killed, and the Attorney General gets tougher with the refuge for homeless animals. Hello, buddy. I'm Ron Stone. Also tonight, no more roller skating blues in Houston. We'll tell you about that and more news next at 6.
Can you do Japanese? Hi. German? Bravo. British? And previously.
Brake check.
Italian?
If it breaks, we fix it.
Sometimes the rewards are greater when we spend a little time than when we spend a lot of money. That's when you can count on Walmart with a low price on the leading brands, like Castrol GTX motor oil, engineered for today's smaller cars. No matter when you shop, you always save on Castrol at Walmart. To get around the high cost of getting around, all it takes is a little effort and a lot of Walmart. Always the low price on the brands you trust. Always.
Hey kids, bring your parents to the 1990 Children for Children Festival. Watch the parade, laugh with Bozo the Clown, sing along with Jim Valley and Joni Bartels. Meet Bugs Bunny, Snoopy, Spider-Man, and Channel 2's Jan Carson. It all happens Saturday, October 6th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in front of the George R. Brown Convention Center at the Houston Center Super Block and Gardens and in the park shops. Admission $2 for adults and $1 for kids. Some areas are free. All funds benefit Child Advocates Incorporated.
Channel 2, Houston's 24-hour news source. Now, Channel 2 News at 6.
Hello, buddy. A 20-year-old man has been charged with involuntary manslaughter in a shooting that left an innocent bystander dead. It happened at a southeast side apartment complex where crime and violence is becoming all too common. Jack Cato has the story.
It happened at the Kingsgate Apartments on Monday evening. 29-year-old Sharon Cage was shot in the face. She died a short time later. Police say this man, 20-year-old Renard Cherry, was shooting an Uzi, apparently trying to hit a white cat crossing the sidewalk. One of the bullets struck Sharon Cage as she was walking to her apartment from the grocery store. Sharon Cage had worked for 7 years as a cook at a nursing home.
She had a big heart. She was beautiful. She smiled, you know, she was like a happy, cheerful type of person. Sort of on the quiet side, you know, if she didn't know you too well, and, you know, if she know you, she just went all out of her way to, you know, be a friend.
Her sister said the Cages planned to move. They were afraid to stay here because of the drug dealing.
That's what's going on there, you know, and I'm sure, you know.
What do you mean going on? How do you mean?
Well, they sell it, you know, that's it, you know, they sells it and sure use it over there. That you can, you know, from looking, you can see all around. You walk through there, a normal person walk through there, you can see the activity going on.
As one resident said, there are drugs in this area. Drugs lead to guns, and a gun led to the death of an innocent woman the other night. Jack Cato, Channel 2 News.
Bond has been set at $5,000 for Renard Cherry, the suspect in the case. The victim will be buried on Saturday. Outrage over jail overcrowding and parole problems in Harris County has resulted in action. A citizens group says it is leading the charge for change, as Amy Huggins reports.
They say they are mad and not going to take it anymore. Members of the just-formed Irby Foundation are on the offensive.
Right now we have felons in court who are offered the chance of a sentence versus probation, and they're taking the sentence because that's the easy way out.
This woman knows all too well about problems with probation and parole. Maura Irby's husband, Jim, was an HPD officer killed earlier this year, allegedly by a parolee. That, along with the early release of inmates from the Harris County Jail, brought into focus the need for reform. The nonprofit group named for Officer Irby wants to educate the public and lawmakers.
I want to see some legislation that will provide for more rapid prison expansion than is already underway, some rapid and very explicit reforms in the parole and probation system.
In short, Foundation members want the system to change and say they will support a tax increase to help make that happen.
I think the first time in history you're going to see the public endorsing a tax increase if they are promised by our state legislature that every cent will go toward providing a safer place for all of us to live.
So certainly, if the government of the state of Texas can prove to us that this money is going directly to this particular problem, then I would support a tax increase.
Though based locally, group members hope their efforts will spread across the state as quickly as anger in Harris County over the early prison releases. Amy Huggins, Channel 2 News.
A number of elected officials, including judges, city council members, and state lawmakers, are on the Irby Foundation's advisory board. A Williamson County judge has set an execution date for Henry Lee Lucas. Remember him? He's the one-eyed drifter scheduled to be put to death on December 3rd in the 1979 murder of a hitchhiker up near Georgetown. Henry Lee Lucas was in the national spotlight for a while after he began what turned out to be an endless round of murder confessions. He confessed to killing 600 people. He later recanted almost all of those, though. There's a good chance the December 3rd date is going to be changed a few times. He still can appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. The director of a nonprofit adoption agency for animals says she'll have to shut down her business if the Attorney General doesn't get off her back. Special Pals is under investigation for misappropriation of an undetermined amount of funds. Investigators are alleging that the director, Sandra Terry, used agency funds to buy a new home. The Assistant Attorney General wants Terry to give up control of the business and allow the state to oversee the appointment of a new board of directors. Terry says she'll shut down before complying because she says she's done nothing wrong. She blames the whole thing on disgruntled employees.
It was bad enough that I would have hired somebody that would turn around and stab us in the back like this. I really do.
Terry opened Special Pals 10 years ago as a way of finding owners for homeless pets. Democratic gubernatorial candidate Ann Richards challenged Republican Clayton Williams to a debate. She told reporters in Austin, "You can't be John Wayne and run away from your opposition." Clayton Williams says he won't debate until Richards signs a pledge to stop so-called negative campaigning. Channel 2 sent a telegram to both candidates today offering them the opportunity to debate here on Channel 2. We'll keep you posted as to what they say. Crew members for the Space Shuttle Discovery left Houston for Florida today. The countdown is underway for Saturday's launch, scheduled to carry 5 astronauts and the solar probe Ulysses into space. Nuclear-powered probe is set to go on a 5-year mission. If Discovery can make it off the ground, it'll be the first shuttle flight for the agency in almost 6 months, and they need it. Continued problems with fuel leaks have kept Columbia and Atlantis grounded. The Texas Water Commission has put an end to the debate over the proposed copper smelting plant in Texas City. Despite opposition from residents who live there, the commission today approved a $200 million proposed Mitsubishi Metal Corporation plant. The smelter will discharge 22 million gallons of dioxins and carcinogens into Galveston Bay every day. Project got support from Galveston County economic boosters who say the new plant still will pull in about 200 new jobs. Well, there's talk tonight about getting Houston deeper in the convention business. We'll tell you that story. Plus, the city rolling over in a long-running debate about downtown skaters. And then, of all things, a Christmas parade. Stay with us.
Fact. You'll find remarkable savings now at Randall's. Get red hot savings this week on Northern bathroom tissue, 4-roll pack, buy one, get one free. And Crest toothpaste, all varieties, 8.2-ounce tube or 6.4-ounce pump, $1.79. Remarkable. Get cool savings on bottled Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, 8-ounce size, 99 cents. And Bryan smoked sausage, regular or beef, $2.29 a pound. Save now. Shop Randall's.
You look like a guy who'd like a fast million. Well, start your engines. That's right. Go for McDonald's McMillions on NBC. What you have to do is, you got to get a new McMillions ticket from McDonald's every day. There's one right there. Then, head on home. To watch NBC every night, you could win millions.
Watch Dear John on NBC tonight.
Just tune in to win in McMillions on NBC. Hey, nice catch.
The Chicken Little Choir sings the Discount Tire Song.
Cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap.
Discount Tire Company. Cheap.
The word tonight is that the city is losing convention business because there is not a large hotel right next to the Brown Convention Center. The Civic Center Director, Jordy Toilet, told the City Council today that 7 conventions have canceled out. He added 100 others have refused to even consider coming to Houston because of a lack of convention hotel space.
The largest drawback that we have is not having an anchor hotel. They don't have to come to Houston. The competition is very great. And we're about 1,100 to 1,500 rooms shy of having enough rooms.
Mayor Whitmire says the city could offer incentives to potential builders. 2 years ago, council voted down a proposal backed by the mayor to use community development money to subsidize a convention center hotel. Well, the great skate debate at City Hall may be over. The council passed an ordinance today giving roller skaters the right to use some city streets. The ordinance doesn't go far enough for some skaters, however, and too far for some council members. Phil Archer tells us that story.
For years, Houston skaters have asked council for help. State law restricts skaters to the sidewalk. They've long contended they shouldn't be there because they're not pedestrians, rather vehicles once they strap their skates on.
There's a lot of kids that go to your age, or Rice probably shouldn't call them kids, but that go back and forth to school on their skates. I know several people that skates is their one and only means of transportation.
The new ordinance allows skating in the streets, but only streets that have no sidewalks. The council vote wasn't unanimous. Larry McCaskill argued and voted against it.
You're leaving it open for tremendous liability. I am concerned that we will see some fatalities here, as we have from people riding bicycles.
But Councilman McCaskill was the only dissenting vote.
I think it's worth a try. I think how it works will depend in large part on the good judgment of the skating community, and I hope they exercise good judgment.
Representatives of the skating community that we've talked to do not strike me as being fools. Their skating activities have not been foolish in the past, and I wouldn't expect them to be foolish now.
Skaters say it's a good start. They plan to keep lobbying for the right to skate in any street, with or without a sidewalk. Phil Archer, Channel 2 News.
Well, we have a skater's forecast coming up. Doug Johnston is going to talk about what's going to be happening. And Christmas by Design, the works of some very special artists on display in a moment.
Somewhere, special memories are waiting for you.
Somewhere between a smile and a laugh.
Somewhere your dreams can come true.
Somewhere between the sky and the sea, between the night and the stars.
Somewhere, only on Princess, because it's more than a cruise. It's the Love Boat.
As an eye surgeon, I see people every day who suffer from cataracts but are afraid to do anything about them. And that's really a shame, because cataract care is one of the safest and most effective treatments in medicine today. If you know someone with poor vision, ask them to call our clinic for free eye care information and help them take the first step toward a brighter future.
Mann Eye Clinic, now with offices in Clear Lake and throughout Houston. Call for an appointment.
Come to the festival. Call 529-1396.
He broke her collarbone and threatened to kill her with the jagged edge of a broken bottle, all the while saying how much he loved her. Now, in an Entertainment Tonight exclusive, Ava Gardner's secrets did not die with her, and we'll bring you a shocking story of brutality from Ava's own autobiographical tapes, where she reveals the identity of a former lover, a living major Hollywood star, who battered and beat her into submission. And you'll find out who it is only on the next Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 6:30 on Channel 2.
Can do it with True Value.
Protect your home with the Security Force Home Intruder Alarm. This infrared alarm works without installation or wiring. Choose the shelf or lamp activating plug-in sensor. Then get deadbolt security and lock set convenience with the Weiserbolt lock set. And store valuables in the fire safe security chest from Century Safes. Available at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Had a little bad weather up in North Texas earlier today. High winds, damaged roofs, blew out windows in Cockrell Hill. That's south of Dallas. Police said some folks thought it was a tornado. That's not confirmed. Nobody was hurt, but it looked pretty bad there for a while.
Yeah. The people in the town said they saw that and it looked like a baby tornado to them. But even a little one can be a pretty ominous thing,
Pretty
can't
frightening.
it?
Is that stuff coming this way?
Well, no, not really. In fact, there's a frontal system moving across the state of Texas this evening, and our thunderstorms have mostly come to an end moving up to the northeast. Let's look at them right now on Channel 2 radar. Radar indicates the thunderstorms are well to the north of us, outside of the area. However, occasionally a few new ones are forming up. Down to the south and southeast of the city, still some light rain around. Also some thunderstorms way out here to the west, but nothing of a severe nature right now. And they do seem to slowly be moving off to the northeast and maybe moving out of the picture for the night, even though we have a pretty good chance of rain still left. Low temperature this morning in Houston was 75, and it got to 92 today. 89 right now at Intercontinental Airport. 88 at Hull on the west side. 86 at Hobby. 85 right now for downtown Galveston. Beachwater temperature down to 82. Barometric pressure very low and steady, 29.84. Relative humidity 54%. Winds gusting out of the south to 21 miles per hour, steady at 12. Here's the front moving across the Texas Panhandle. Windy conditions throughout much of the day behind the frontal system and out ahead of it. Thunderstorms tonight across Missouri, Illinois, up into the western Great Lakes area. Most of those are not terribly heavy, at least at this point. Also some thunderstorm activity not too far from Biloxi and Mobile, Alabama, and just to the east of New Orleans. This one, though, I think will trigger the biggest number of the thunderstorms later on tonight. That's the front moving down through Missouri, and the one that might get very close to the Houston area by late tomorrow afternoon. Still plenty of moisture down along the Mexican coastline. Cloud cover up in the northern plains and up to the northwest. Out in the tropics, brand new tropical storm. In fact, in a way, we can say two new tropical storms. Josephine's been a tropical storm 2 or 3 times now and is back to one again this evening. And the new one, Klaus, latitude 16.7 degrees north, longitude 60 degrees west, moving up to the northwest. That's a good sign for us. I think it'll carry it outside the envelope, but it's moving very slowly. Highest sustained winds in both systems, 50 miles per hour. For the upper Texas coast, winds out of the southeast, 15 to 20 knots tomorrow. That's picking up. Wave heights offshore, 4 to 6 feet. Bay waters will be roughy. Small craft advisories in effect. And beach water temperature at last report, 82 degrees. The forecast for the Houston area is calling for mostly cloudy to cloudy skies this evening. 40% chance of rain left. 30% tomorrow overnight. 30% tomorrow morning. Overnight low 73. Sunrise coming at 7:16 in the morning. Long-range outlook, 50% chance of rain during the heat of the day tomorrow with a high of 87, high of 88 on Friday, mostly cloudy, but the chance of rain dropping to 25%. And pretty much the same thing for Saturday with a high temperature of 89. So it looks like it's back to summer. No real cold fronts for a while.
All right, Doug, thank you very much. Well, with that in mind, this may be a little bit premature to think about Santa Claus, but it is not too early to order Christmas cards. And today at the Medical Center, MD Anderson cancer patients held the annual parade to promote the sale of their Christmas cards. Cards, of course, made for the children patients who get cancer treatments at the clinic.
So I'm a reindeer, and it's cut out construction paper, and it took me a while to do it.
Last year, a record 4 million cards were sold. Proceeds help send the children to camp. They fund scholarships, help buy art supplies, pay for children's parties and outings. Now, how do you get them, you ask? Well, here's the number on the screen. You can call 792-CARD. There's an 800 number, 1-800-231-1580. Tells you information about where you can buy them. 792-CARD, okay? Well, still plenty of talk tonight about the highly debated waiver of that fellow right there. Craig Roberts has details about the Rozier situation, and then we're going to go a few rounds. Sports is next.
My grandpa says the service at his bank is yucky. Slow tail along like my dad go bananas. Broken ATM drive my mom at the wall.
Well, that's why First Interstate Bank is introducing goof-proof banking, so your folks won't wait more than 5 minutes in our main lobby teller lines. They'll find ATMs that work and get accurate account statements, or we'll pay them $5. So get your folks to bank at First Interstate, and we'll go the extra mile for them, guaranteed.
Goof-proof banking is awesome.
A clean home is a place you can feel good about. So treat yourself to the world's best whole home cleaning machine, the Power Steamer Deluxe by Bissell. The Power Steamer Deluxe lets you deep clean carpets, upholstery, and even bare floors with professional style water extraction cleaning and now stronger suction than ever before. So feel good about your home. Get your carpets, upholstery, and bare floors really clean. Don't rent. Clean anytime you like with your own whole home cleaning machine, the Bissell Power Steamer Deluxe, $169.99 at Foley's.
Entertainment Tonight is next. Ava Gardner speaks from the grave about her violent love-hate affair with one of Hollywood's leading men.
Ladies and gentlemen, the People's Court.
Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, I say yes. Who cares what you say? Oh, certainly yes. No way, Jose. Yes, yes, can't you hear? Stick it in your ear. Oh, yes, I say yes. I say no. I say yes. No. Yes. No. Yes.
The People's Court. Every show a great performance.
The curtain goes up weekdays at 3 on Channel 2.
The motor oil in your engine is no longer the best in wear protection. Tests prove the wear protection in new Exxon Superflow stands up long after the wear protection in leading oils begins to break down. In fact, it's twice as effective. Look at the scoring with the leading oil, and you'll see your choice is simple. You can change to new Exxon Superflow or settle for second best. New Exxon Superflow, twice as effective against wear.
Well, here's Craig with the sad news. Baseball season's over.
Well, no, I thought you were going to... I wasn't sure what you were talking about. I thought maybe this was my last day. No. It's all over for the Astros. They finished the season with 75 wins, 87 losses. Randy Hennis, a rookie, pitched 6 innings, gave up only 1 hit. But true to form this year, he wasn't the winner. Dave Smith was, so Smitty ends up 6-6 on the season. This is the young guy they brought in, gave up a double to Ronnie Oster. As a matter of fact, that broke up a no-hitter in the 6th inning. Astros ended up winning at 3-2. Craig Biggio got the first run home. You see it right there. And then in the 9th inning, Ken Caminetti was going to triple. And that got the winner home in the 9th inning. Paul O'Neill played this brilliantly. Duck! Yeah, okay. You're ready for the playoffs, aren't you? So the Astros are through for the year. The National League batting title goes to Willie McGee, of all people, because he now plays for the A's, but hit .355 with the Cardinals. The American League title goes to George Brent, first player ever to win the batting title in 3 different decades. National League playoffs start tomorrow in Cincy. The AL East is still in doubt. Ron knows all about this one because after beating the Orioles last night, the Blue Jays sat around in their underwear without any women reporters watching the Red Sox lose to Chicago. That meant Toronto was still alive. They can hope for a 1-game playoff if Boston loses again tonight.
Top, you say we're at the top, and we're at the top now at the bottom. I don't believe that. I feel that we're still in the driver's seat, and we have to come out and play tomorrow and play hard. And you know, the job's not done yet.
Yes. Well, he said play hard tomorrow. That was last night. He means tonight. Toronto wins and Boston loses. It's all over, and the Jays go in. Also, the waving of Mike Rozier wasn't seen as real intelligent, I don't think. Mike himself told us this afternoon, it's just business, but sometimes businessmen make mistakes.
Everybody's going to miss him. You know, that's no question. You know, Rosie's a great guy. He's a great team player. You know, he gives his best. And, you know, we're all going to miss him, you know, especially me. I enjoy listening to him crack his jokes.
The timing's not very good at all. I made mention of that on the field, the fact that, you know, the timing was ill. But, again, you know, management, whoever, they got to do what they got to do.
Well, there is plenty of reason, I think, to believe that Rice could beat Texas Saturday night here in Houston. The Owls certainly came close last season. Rick Schwartz says the Owls are due.
If anybody was still wondering if the Rice Owls are for real this year, last Saturday night at the Dome should dispel any lingering doubts. Sure, you can argue the Owls shouldn't have tried to sit on the ball in the 4th period, but hey, just the fact you can argue at all says something. Past years, the Owls were so out of most games, the Cougars beat them 64-0 in '89. There was nothing to argue about. Saturday night, the Cougars needed a field goal in the last seconds to pull out a nail-biter. Not that the Texas Longhorns needed any proof. It took a Pete Gardere lunge into the corner of the end zone, with many Rice faithfuls still maintaining he was out of bounds, not over the goal line, to beat the Owls last October 31-30.
Hopefully we don't have to get in that situation where, you know, it does have to come down the last play.
As far as Rice, you know, they're up for the ball game. They felt like they should have beaten us here last year.
So the Horns are expecting a tough game from Don Hollis and company. But don't forget, the Horns, after beating Penn State and losing in the last quarter to a tough Colorado team, feel they have vastly improved also.
We really want to come out and get ahead and stay ahead, and that's what we're going to try to do.
We're for real.
Adds up to an interesting confrontation Saturday at Rice Stadium. Rick Schwartz, Channel 2 Sports.
And we have a couple of boxing notes this evening. First, in the cruiserweight division, this fight was last night. You will noticeably see one guy getting the better of the other guy, that guy being in the red trunks. Then he mugs as if he needs to do this for the camera. Now, the other boxing note, Mississippi's, this is their state house. The attorney general got punched by one of the fine citizens of that state. I thought the cruiserweight had a little bit more class to it. We had a phone poll at 5 o'clock. I want to show you the numbers again. If you believe women should be in the locker room, women reporters. 386, it's the 900 number. 386-1010 gets your vote yes. 386-2020 no. And the results tonight on Nightcast. We'll see you then.
All right, Craig. A Houston man recognized as a tireless supporter of Houston's hungry and homeless was remembered today, thanks to a gesture that'll mean survival for thousands of people. Ron Regan with the story when we come back.
Have you ever felt a little overweight?
You know it.
Well, don't get upset. The Feud has the answer to shedding those extra pounds.
I got it, Ray.
What is it?
Ride a bike.
It's a low-cal diet of family fun.
Name something specific that must be part of any great Italian dinner.
Get your fill without feeling guilty.
Oh, this is a lot more fun.
All this week on Family Feud.
Catch the fun at 3:30 right here on Channel 2.
Presenting the Workstation at Highland Superstores with absolutely everything you need to run your business or home office, like computers and software, the latest fax machines, answering machines and multi-line phones, and brand-name copiers at guaranteed low prices every day. Plus something only Highland can offer.
Hello, welcome to the Workstation.
Our specially trained workstation consultants. The Workstation Department, only at Highland Superstores.
This is Jiffy Lube's Pledge of Satisfaction, our commitment to you and your car.
We perform a unique 14-point full service.
We guarantee it to be fast, professional, and thorough.
Plus, we'll use only the finest motor oils and products.
That's Jiffy Lube's Pledge of Satisfaction and your guarantee. At Jiffy Lube, we do your car a great service.
Get Pennzoil world-class protection at your nearest Jiffy Lube. Pennzoil and Jiffy Lube, two names you can trust.
And what else do we have?
Something special is happening in Houston in relation to the historic reunification of East and West Germany. Tonight at 10 on Nightcast, Chris Kelly with a unique story about freedom. And finally this evening, Houston's hungry are being helped while the late Mickey Leland is remembered. Channel 2's Ron Regan reports that Leland's dedication to the hungry continues to move others to action.
Not employed?
No, ma'am.
It's one of 300 food pantries served by the Houston Food Bank. Ray Sells is one of 500,000 Houstonians living in poverty. There are 6 in his family. When was the last time you ate?
It's been about 2 weeks ago. I got it from my neighbor. Get so hungry, I don't know how I'm gonna make it sometime. And I so appreciate nice people here.
The award, Mike, says the 1990 Mickey Leland Memorial Grant.
Today, $10,000 was presented to the Houston Food Bank in memory of the late Congressman Mickey Leland.
We are, in fact, gardeners of our children, and we're gardeners of each other. And he was, in fact, Mickey, in fact, had a real green thumb. He was the greatest gardener of all.
The money comes from a national Jewish organization called Maison, the Hebrew word for food. It will help feed Houston's hungry like Raymond Sells, one of 90 who pick up food in this neighborhood alone.
The most important place for him, his starting place, his base, was the city of Houston. So he was a supporter of the Houston Food Bank, and he would have been very, very happy and very proud that they were getting $10,000 this morning in their name.
Every dollar donated buys $25 worth of food. That makes today's contribution worth $250,000 in food for the hungry. And Leland's history of helping the hungry continues long after he is gone.
In honor of Congressman Mickey Leland, champion of the poor and hungry, and of those who seek to help them.
Ron Regan, Channel 2 News.
That's our news. Thanks for joining us. Good night.